Know them all. It's this that has convinced me how right Judge Augustus was in his suspicions. Something very wrong is going on.
Yeah, but they really don't do anything. I mean, they don't try to hurt us. They've all been polite.
Well, they've been polite enough, but they tell us nothing. They reveal nothing. And somehow I know beneath their politeness there lurks deadly danger.
Boy, that Sark certainly gave you a cold shoulder.
Yes, Let's, he did. And I think that bothered me more than any of the others. I've known Sart all my life, and we've traveled together from one end of the solar system to the other. Well, we're not getting anywhere just talking. Come on.
Where to now?
The next man on our list. Is the Secretary of Agriculture in?
Who shall I say is calling?
The Planet Man.
Oh, you're to call the First Regent's office at once.
First Regent, does he want us?
I don't know, but we were told to have you call him if you came in.
Very well. May I use your audio factor?
Of course.
Well, Slats, maybe something's beginning to break.
I sure hope so. I didn't figure on doing so much walking. If my feet start to bother me again, you're going to have to go it alone for a while.
Hello, may I have the office of the First Regent? Oh, hello, this is Planet Man. The First Regent wanted me to call.
What's happening?
They're getting him. Hello? Sart, this is Dantro. Oh, yes, of course. We'll be right there. Come on, Slats.
What now?
We're going back to Sart's office.
Hey, how'd he sound?
Like his old self. Maybe I was wrong. Perhaps there was a reason for his behavior.
I sure hope so. From the way we got brushed off around here, I was beginning to get an inferiority complex.
What's up, Sart?
Dantro, old friend, it's good to see you.
Well, that's more like it. What was that all about before?
I must apologize to both of you, but I've been very busy. I have a lot on my mind, and you hit me at a bad moment.
You certainly had me confused. For a moment, I thought I was in the wrong office.
Oh, really? I don't know how to apologize.
Well, it isn't important. At least now we're straight.
Yes, you must let me make it up to you. How about staying with me while you're on Mars?
Well, there's nothing I'd like better. Or have you room for my friend Slats here?
Oh, don't worry about me. I can always go to a hotel. I noticed a lot of them down around the spaceport.
Oh, I won't hear of it. No, both of you must be my guests. I'll show you what Martian hospitality can be like.
Well, after the time we've been having, we could certainly use some hospitality.
Sart appears to be his old self again. Actually, it's Marston's new hypnotic order to Sart in his attempt to capture Dantro's mind. Can Dantro prevent this move by Marston? We'll be back in a moment. So, level off. When we left Dantro and Slats, they had just been invited to visit Sart, the First Regent of Mars. This invitation from Sart is actually the work of Marston, who has control of Sart's mind through his devilish use of the hypno-ray. We find them now as they are talking with Sart.
Boy, that's what I call a meal. I haven't eaten like that in months.
You enjoyed it then?
Enjoyed it. That's putting it mildly. I loved every mouthful. Oh, you certainly know how to put on a spread here on Mars.
Will you please excuse me for a moment, and I'll join you shortly.
What's up? Want me to come along with you?
Oh, no, I just want to report to Judge Augustus. He'll be wondering what's happened.
Not much you can tell him.
No, but perhaps Sart will be able to give us a lead.
I don't know, but I'll try. Hurry back.
I certainly shall.
Come, Slats.
You'll have to help me out of this chair. I must have put on 5 pounds.
So, everything goes according to plan. Sart is indeed a valuable member of Marston's little army. Soon I hope we'll have a general. General Dantro. Who's there? Who's that?
It is I, Marston Qua, your faithful servant.
Did you succeed?
The room is prepared, and the moment you focus the ray, Dantro will be ours to command.
Very well. This is better than I hoped for.
Oh, I can't help being disappointed, Sart. I'd hoped you could give us some clue. Are you sure you've noticed nothing strange, nothing different about the men around you?
No, to me they seem the same. Are you sure you're not imagining things?
Oh, no, it's not my imagination, is it, Slats?
If it is, that makes 2 of us. Honest, Sart, they treat us like we both were panhandlers.
Panhandlers?
Oh, I'm sorry, like we came to borrow money.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cook again.
Oh, no. But you can be sure I'll talk about that meal for a long time.
Oh, but I'm forgetting my duties as a host. Come, you've had a long journey. You must be tired.
Now that you mention it, I could really use some sleep.
Of course. This way, I'll show you to your room. I hope you don't mind, Slats. I would like to have put you and Dantro next to each other. However, we have some members of the family visiting us, and I find that I must put you on another floor.
Good night. Good night, Slats.
Good night.
There. The trap is almost ready to close, Dantro. You will sleep soundly tonight. Dantro, Planet Man, hear this voice. It is the voice of your master, whose commands you will obey without questions. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, Master.
You will believe what I say. You will do as I say. You will lead my crusade. Under me you shall command my army throughout the solar system. Marston's cause is the right cause. You must never doubt it. Do you hear, Dantro?
Yes, Master.
You must never think evil of Marston. Marston can do only good. You must oppose, ignore, smash those who would stand or talk against me. Do you hear, Dantro?
Yes, Master. Those who oppose you are my enemies. I'll destroy them if necessary.
Good. Now listen, Dantro, listen and remember. Tomorrow at dusk, a man named Quile will meet you in the street in front of Sart's house. You will go with him wherever he leads. You will obey his command. He will bring you to me, and I will give you further orders. Do you hear me? Do you understand, Dantro?
I understand, Master. Qual need but command me.
Good. Sleep now, and you will tell no one of what has transpired. You will remember my command, you will obey my commands, but you will repeat them to no one. Good night, Dantro.
Good night, Master.
Qual, we have him. Tomorrow night we shall bring him here, and I shall mold his mind to my command. Then we shall move ahead to victory. Our cause shall triumph. The cause of Marston is the cause of right. We shall not fail.
Hey, Dantro. Hey, Dantro, wake up. Boy, you really were tired. You know it's been light for hours.
Yeah. Slats.
Sure, it's Slash. Say, is there anything wrong with you?
Wrong? Why should anything be wrong?
I don't know. Somehow you seem different. You feel all right?
Of course. Why?
Oh, I don't know. I'm probably just jumping from those guys we talked to yesterday. I'll meet you at breakfast. I want another crack at Sart's table, boy. It's some cook.
I'll join you as soon as I'm dressed.
Sure. Say, you sure there's nothing wrong? You feel okay?
I told you twice I'm all right. Now let me dress.
Sure. See you later.
It appears that Marston's hypno-ray machine has reached Dantro's mind. What evil deeds will Marston have Dantro perform? Can Slats counteract Marston? We'll be back in a moment, but first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, The Planet Man. You will remember that Planet Man's old enemy, Marston, back from the grave, had gained control of Dantro's mind through the use of the hypno-ray, one of the ancient machines he had found in the caverns under Mars. Slats, unaware of what has happened, suspects the worst when Planet Man seems suddenly unfriendly.
How are you, Dantro?
I'm fine. Why shouldn't I be?
I don't know. Somehow I got the feeling you changed since last night.
Changed? What kind of nonsense is this?
Well, maybe I'm just being silly, but you seem almost like the other guys we've talked to here on Mars. Incidentally, what's our program for today? Are we going to do some more snooping?
I don't think it will be necessary.
Hey, now, wait a minute. You know Judge Augustus sent us here to find out what was going on. You yourself said it was of vital importance or something like that, and now all of a sudden you want to forget it.
Let's get something straight, Slats. You are to ask no questions. In other words, mind your own business.
Okay. There's no need to hit me over the head. I can take a hint. I'll just wander around the spaceport and watch the ships take off. Maybe I can get someone to at least carry on a civil conversation out there. Thanks for nothing.
Well, Qual, what do you think? The hypno-ray did its job well, didn't it? Planet Man has turned on his best friend.
That Slats worries me, Marston. He's liable to cause us trouble. He's the kind who gets suspicious and keeps hunting.
Don't worry about him, Qual. He's too insignificant for us to waste time with. There's nothing he can do, nothing he can find out. Let him snoop to his heart's content.
But don't you think we should put him under the hypno-ray, Marston?
We've too much to do and little time to do it in. We can't afford to waste any time on such as him. Tonight we carry out the second part of our plan against Planet Man. Do you know what you ought to do tonight?
Planet Man has been ordered to meet me outside Sark's house and follow me. I will bring him here, where you will put him under the hypno-ray and make him divulge the secrets of the ancient machines which he has discovered.
That is correct. Be careful, be sure that no one sees you. Bring Planet Man directly here, and remember there must be no mistake. If once Planet Man has shown me how to operate the dimension warper, the solar system will be mine to command. With it, I can move the very planets from their orbits. Then let them rally their space navies. Let them prepare their puny weapons. Let them know the power of Marston. They will follow me on the path I have chosen, or I shall destroy every single one of them. Yes, Planet Man, you who the solar system looks upon as its greatest hero, will place in my hands tonight the key with which I can bind it to my will.
Who goes there?
It's only me, Slats. I have to check something on the ship.
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
It'll only be a few minutes, just some little thing that Planet Man is concerned about, and I promised to look it over.
That's all right. But Planet Man left orders that no one was to get near the ship. I'm sure he didn't mean you, though.
Of course not. We're buddies. I just don't get it. Planet Man's just like all the rest. Something awful is wrong. Maybe Judge Augustus can tell me what to do. I'll just turn on the space radio and give him a buzz. Hello? This is Slats calling Judge Augustus. Slats calling Judge Augustus on Planaria Rex. Come in, Planaria Rex.
This is Planaria Rex. Judge Augustus is in conference.
Listen, I got no time to explain, but this is important. I've got to talk to the judge.
He left orders that he was not to be interrupted. He should be available in an hour or so.
But that'll be too late. Listen, you've got to get hold of him right away. Now get him on the radio. I've got to talk to him. Tell him something's wrong with Planet Man.
Just a moment.
We just got to get to him. What's the matter with people? Don't they realize sometimes you can't afford to fool around with meetings and stuff? I don't know what else to do. Judge Augustus is the only one who can help me. Maybe he's got an idea. Somebody better have an idea. I sure ain't got one. I've got a hunch there's real trouble brewing.
Slats is very disturbed by what is happening to Dantro. His only hope is Judge Augustus, who at the moment cannot be reached. Will Slats be able to act in time? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Slats, he was trying to reach Judge Augustus and tell him about what was happening to Dantro. As we find him now, he is in the Cosmos, which is grounded at the Spaceport, still trying to reach Judge Augustus via the communicator.
Hello. This is Slats on Mars calling Planaria Rex. Where's Judge Augustus?
Hello, Slats. This is Judge Augustus. What's wrong? They said you said it was Planet Man. That there was something wrong with Planet Man.
Judge, thank goodness they got hold of you. Look, now, you know me. I don't get excited unless there's real trouble. Unless I miss my guess, the same thing's happened to Dantro that's happened to all those other guys on your list.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. He treats me as though I had smallpox, and he says we aren't going to check things any further. Now, honest, Judge, we haven't found out a thing, and he's cut the investigation short. When I tried to get him to let me do it, he told me if I didn't mind my own business, he'd send me back to Planaria Rex.
Certainly sounds bad, Slats. But still, this may all be an act.
Act? He must be some actor then. Besides, why would he pull me in on the act?
It may be an attempt to find out what's behind this mystery. Perhaps he's pretending to be like the others so that they'll tell him what he wants to know.
Well, that's a good theory, Judge, but why would he pretend with me? He knows where I stand.
We must be sure before we do anything, Slats. Watch him night and day. And the minute you're certain, call me.
Well, I think we're just wasting time, but okay if that's the way you want it. But hey, look now, leave word with those guys that whenever I call, I got to talk to you. I don't know when I can get away or how long I can use this radio on the ship. It's the only one I dare use because it's on your special channel. But for God's sakes, don't let them tell me you're in a conference.
Don't worry, Slats. I'll tell them to put you through no matter when you call. Your report will have top priority.
Okay, you'll hear from me, and I hope I'll have good news, but frankly, I doubt it. Slats signing off.
Good luck, Slats.
Say, Dantro, how about me moving down here with you? I noticed you got 2 beds in that room. I get kind of lonely up there all by myself.
No, thank you, Slats. I prefer to have my room to myself. Good night. I trust you have a restful night.
Restful night. Wants his room to himself. Don't mind being cooped up with him in the cabin of a ship, but now all of a sudden he's getting exclusive. Oh, well, I might as well get to bed. Maybe in the morning things will be different.
You are Qual.
That's right. Come with me.
You are to take me to Marston.
You don't have to tell me what to do. Come on before someone comes.
Very well. Lead the way.
Where are they? Why don't they come? I could find them with the spire, but they should be here. If Qual fails me tonight, he shall never have another chance. I'll destroy his mind with the psycho-regenerator just as easily as I restored it. Wait, I hear them now.
Here we are, Marston.
You had me worried. Where have you been?
We had to hide several times, Marston. You told me no one was to see us. I took no chances.
You were right to be careful, Qual. Planet Man, do you hear me?
Yes, Marston.
Remember me?
You are Marston, and I am to obey your every command.
First, you will show me how to operate this machine. The machine with which you sent my fleet to some far-flung unknown galaxy. With it I will bend the solar system to my will, and Marston, not your Judge Augustus, shall rule. Now quickly, here is the machine. Show me how it works.
Why does he not obey?
You hear me, Dantro? Obey my command. Show me how this machine works.
I can't.
What words are these? Can't? When Marston commands, you will obey.
You hit him.
Yes, I hit him. I shall do it again. You feel that, Dantro?
Yes, Marston.
But you do not feel anger. You do not want to strike back at Marston.
I must not strike back. You are my master. I am at your command.
At my command, but you refuse my command. Take him back, Qual. There is no time to do more tonight. But we are not finished with him. We are not finished with him yet.
Marston seems to have run into a problem he did not anticipate with Dantro. Why doesn't Dantro obey Marston? What will Marston do now with Dantro's mind? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dan Troll, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dan Troll, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dan Troll, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. Marston of Mars, from his hideout in the caverns, has gained control of Planet Man's mind with the help of one of the ancient machines, the hypno-ray. Qual, his faithful follower, brought Dantro to Marston's hideout. But despite the hypnotic control, Dantro refused to show Marston how to use the dimension warper, the machine with which the paths of the planets could be changed. Meanwhile, Slats, his suspicions aroused, is checking Dantro's room.
Dantro? Dantro, you awake? Dantro, what's going on here? Wait, I'll switch on the light. Oh, he's gone. I knew I should have watched the room. Whatever happened to him happened last night. Now I don't know where to look. Wait a minute, somebody's coming. Maybe it's Dantro. Better put out the light. Dantro? Dantro, is that you?
Who's there?
Me, Slats. I'll put on the light.
What are you doing here in my room?
Well, I was just worried about you, and I thought I'd look in. What's the matter with your face? It's all red, bleeding.
It's none of your concern.
Look, now, why don't you cut this stuff out? We're buddies, remember? Of course it's my concern if somebody's hurt. Who did it, Sark? I'll tear him apart.
I've told you before, Slats, mind your own business. What has happened is none of your concern.
But, Dantro,
I mean what I say, Slats. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. I neither need nor want your help.
Okay. I'll leave you alone, all right? All alone. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm fed up. Here, I try to help you, and you treat me like I was your enemy or something. Okay, I'm going. Hello, Slats on Mars, calling Judge Augustus. Slats on Mars, calling Judge Augustus on Planaria Rex.
Come in, Slats. What's going on? What have you found out?
I haven't found out anything except that it's even worse than I thought. The Dantro disappeared last night from his room. When he came back, his face was all cut and bleeding like somebody had plugged him. When I tried to find out who did it, he just brushed me off. Judge, I'm fed up with this. I hope you can figure out what's going on. Now, I like this guy a lot, but he certainly doesn't treat me like I was a friend of his.
But are you sure he isn't pretending?
Pretending? I don't know about him, but those marks on his face weren't no act.
Do you know where he was?
No. When I realized I'd better check, he was gone. As a matter of fact, he was on his way back. I don't know where he was.
You think you can follow him if he goes again?
Sure, I can follow him. I'll stick to him like glue.
Be careful, Slats. Nothing must happen to you. If you're right about Planet Man, you're the only one who can save him now. Watch him closely, but be careful.
Okay, I'll be careful. And remember, you be where I can reach you. I don't know how long I can get away to sneak on board the ship to use the space radio. Sooner or later, somebody will get wise.
You'll be able to reach me at any time, night or day. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I better get back now. I'll call you as soon as I know something.
Slats, I'm telling you for the last time, mind your own business. I don't need your help, and I don't want your help.
Well, at least you're in a little better shape than you were last night. Where were you anyway?
That's none of your affair.
Okay. Well, see you later. Maybe dinner will improve your disposition a little.
You see, Qual, Slats gets nowhere. He can't understand why his friend Dantro has changed. You'll find out soon enough, Qual.
I still don't like it, Marston. I don't trust this Slats. I've known his kind before. They're never satisfied. Always they keep prying into things and making trouble.
We have more important things to worry about than this Slats, Qual. When you bring Planet Man here tonight, we shall not fail.
But last night he would not obey your commands. Why will it be different tonight?
I have not used the full power of the hypno-ray machine, for I fear its effect upon the mind. It is a dangerous toy, Qual. With all its power brought to bear on the mind, it might destroy it.
And tonight?
Tonight, I shall bend the Planet Man to my will, or I shall destroy him. He is no good to me unless I can make him show me how to use the Dimension Warper. If he will not do that, I don't care what happens to him. Yes, Qual, tonight Planet Man will yield, or I'll make him a mindless idiot, less than a child. I can't waste time. I have a mission, and all who stand in my way must yield or suffer the consequences.
Tonight, then, Marston. Soon it will be tonight.
It can't be soon enough for me. It may be too late for Planet Man.
Dantro apparently faces the real test soon. Will Marston succeed in winning over Dantro, or will he carry out his threat to destroy Dantro's mind? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Marston, he was determined to win over Dantro through the use of the hypno-ray, or destroy Dantro's mental powers. We find Dantro now as he is about to leave Slats and get some sleep.
Well, good night, Dantro. Pleasant dreams.
Dreams. Dreams. Oh, good night, Slats.
I'll just hide in this corner here behind this curtain, see where Planet Man spends his night. Like I hadn't figured on so much standing and walking. My feet are beginning to hurt again, and that's all I need now. There he goes. Now maybe we'll find out what's going on. Not so fast, old boy. Slats is right behind you.
Planet Man, this way.
Yes, Qual. I'll follow.
This way, Planet Man, into the tunnel quickly.
Yes, Qual.
Holy smokes, a tunnel. I begin to smell a rat, a big fat rat. Maybe my hunch wasn't so crazy after all. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if my old friend Marston is somewhere down there. Well, here I go.
Good work, Qual. You weren't seen, were you?
No, Marston. We saw no one, and no one saw us. I'm certain of that.
Fine. Dantro, come here.
Yes, Marston.
Tonight, Dantro, you will tell me what I want to know.
Yes, Marston.
The machine. You will show me how to operate the machine.
I can't.
You hear him, Qual. He can't. We must do something about this, Qual.
Yes, Marston. Shall I prepare the hypno-ray?
You know your role well, Qual. By all means, prepare the machine. Come, Dantro, over here.
Yes, Marston.
That's right. Now, sit down. Lean back. Just let me put this helmet on your head. There. Very well, now we're ready, Qual. Turn the volume up.
Brother, look at that layout. How right I was about Marston, all right. Like to bust in there and flatten him for good. No, I better do what Judge Augustus says. Wonder what they're going to do to Dantro. I better keep quiet and just watch.
We will try again, Qual. Take off the helmet.
Yes, Marston.
Very well. Now, Danfro, come here. Over to the dimension warper.
Yes, Marston.
Now, quickly. Quickly, how does it operate? Show me the controls.
Yes, Marston. Here. Here. No. No, I can't. I must not. I can't.
You must. You must obey me. Do as I say. Show me the controls.
I can't. I can't do as you order.
Show me. Show me how.
It's no good, Marston. He will not break.
But that is what he will do if he doesn't show me. Break. I'll break his mind like a dry twig if he refuses to obey my commands. Do you hear, Dantro?
I hear you.
Then obey me. Show me. Show me how to operate this machine.
No. No, I can't. I can't obey. I must not obey. I want to, but I can't.
Take him back to the ray, Qual. And this time, give him the full power. You cannot resist me. You must obey me. Do as I command. Show me how to operate the dimension warper.
Very well, Marston. Here. This is the control that turns the machine on. Here's the direction finder that is operated by rotating this wheel. And this is
Marston has won over Danto and possibly the key to control of the solar system. What will Marston plan now? What can Slats do at this crucial point? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. Marston in his underground hideout had at last succeeded in gaining full control of Planet Man's mind with the aid of the hypno-ray, and had forced him to divulge the secrets of the Dimension Warper, another terrifying machine of the ancients with which the very orbits of the planets could be controlled. Slats was watching from a hiding place nearby. We find him now as he prepares to tell Judge Augustus what has happened.
Hello, Planaria Rex. Calling Planaria Rex. This is Slats on Mars, calling Judge Augustus on Planaria Rex.
Just a minute, Slats. I'll have our conversation taken down on the recorder. All right. Go ahead now.
Here's the story, Judge. I was right about Dantro. He and all the others on your list have been under the control of somebody, all right. They've all been hypnotized. You'll never guess who's behind it all. Marston.
Marston? That's not possible. He's dead.
Yes, again, Judge. He's the livest, meanest dead man I've ever seen. Oh, Marston's alive, Judge. Alive enough to trouble. He survived that fall, and he's been hiding down in the caverns under Mars ever since. He's found a lot of those ancient machines like those gadgets that we discovered. With one of them, I think he calls it a hypno-ray or something. He's managed to hypnotize and control all the people on that list, to keep people here on Mars and now the Planet Man as well.
That's awful, Slats. Shocking news.
Wait, Judge, you haven't heard all of it yet. There's more, and it's even worse. Remember that machine that Danto and I discovered, the one that Professor Dara figured out how to work? You remember the one we used to send Marston's fleet to some other galaxy?
Yes.
He's found one of those, too.
Slats.
You mean that Marston has a dimension warper?
That's right, Judge. He's got one. He knows how to use it because he made Dantro show him.
Where's Dantro now?
He's probably back in his room by now, Judge. I didn't wait around to see what happened. I came right down here to the spaceport to give you the news. I thought you better know.
You did the right thing, Slats. But do you think there's any chance of saving Dantro?
I don't know, Judge. It was bad enough before. Now Marston's used that hypno-ray on him again. I don't think there's even a possibility of getting him to listen.
There's only one way to stop Marston. And it's with Dantro's help. Without him, we're licked. You've got to figure out a way to get him back here, Slats.
Okay, Judge. I'll do my best. Hi, Dantro. Say, I was down at the spaceport yesterday. Looks to me like somebody's been on board our ship.
Well, it's impossible. I gave orders that a guard was to be posted 24 hours a day and nobody was to be allowed on board.
I got news for you, Dantro. That guard's sleeping.
What do you mean?
I suppose that no one included me?
Of course. I told them there was to be no exception.
Well, I was on board.
What have you been up to?
Look, cool off. Don't get excited. I haven't been up to anything. I just thought I'd drop down and check up on things. If I'd been up to something, you think I'd tell you about it?
No, I guess not. Well, what is it you were concerned about?
Oh, I don't know, but I was checking over some of the equipment, and it just doesn't look right. I don't know enough about those space gadgets to be sure. Well, it just doesn't look right to me, that's all. I figured if I got on board, somebody else could, too. Now, why don't we go around and have a look, huh?
All right, but don't try anything. I'll have my eye on you.
You know, for a friend and buddy, you sure are suspicious. Okay, let's go.
Now, exactly where do you think there's trouble?
Well, back here in this compartment where the navigation controls are.
What were you doing back here?
I told you, just checking up on things.
Well, since we're here, I might as well look. Where did you say?
In there.
All right. Come on, we'll look.
All right. Now, come on over here. This bank is controlled. See? Looks to me as though somebody was switching the wires around.
Well, I don't see anything that looks wrong.
Well, you can't see it standing up like this, but if you lean down and look there in the back of that panel...
Over here?
Yeah, that's right. Just lean over a little further. Sorry, Danto. I hated to do that, but it was the only way. Now I better get busy and get this ship on its way back to Planaria Rex.
Well, Slat seems to be progressing with his plan to get Dantro back to Planaria Rex and out of Marston's grip. We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Slats, he had just talked Dantro into going aboard the Cosmos to check what Slats said were some faulty controls. While aboard, Slats knocked out Dantro in an attempt to get him out of Mars and onto Planaria Rex so that the scientists there might try to revive Dantro's mind, which had been distorted by Marston. We find Slats now as he prepares to leave Mars.
Hello, Control Tower. This is the Cosmos. Do we have clearance for takeoff?
Who is this speaking?
What's the difference? Do we have clearance for takeoff?
Who is this? We have orders that no one but Dantro the Planet Man is to be allowed aboard that ship. Where is Planet Man?
He's here on board.
Let me talk to him. We cannot give clearance without his permission.
Okay. Just a minute. That's nice. Now what I do? I just better take off. I hope this ship's fast enough to stay ahead of anything they've got. I think I'll catch them enough by surprise so that I can get out of range of the ground batteries before they get wise. Well, I'll just have to take a chance. Here goes.
Hello, Cosmos. You're disobeying orders. You are to return immediately to the field or you'll be pursued and destroyed.
It's too late now, brother. You better try and catch me.
Marston, come here quickly.
What is wrong, Quell?
Look.
Are you worrying about that Earth man again?
I was right, Marston. Right to worry about him. I've been watching him. He's aboard a spaceship heading for Planaria Rex.
Then you should be glad to get rid of him. Now you will not have to worry.
But you don't understand, Marston. He has the Planet Man with him.
Are you sure?
Yes, Marston, I'm sure. I watched him. He struck him on the head and tied him up. He's taken him back to Planaria Rex. Shall I use the dimension warper and destroy their ship?
No. Let them go, Quell. Planet Man will not do them any good. He will obey only my orders, and when I am ready, I will give them to him.
But they may somehow be able to release him from your control.
I doubt that very much, Quarl. But even if they can, it will not matter. Now that I control the dimension warper, we need fear nothing in the solar system. Let them go, Quarl. Let them go.
Hello, this is Flats aboard the Cosmos calling Planaria Rex. Flats calling Judge Augustus on Planaria Rex.
Go ahead, Flats. I'm listening.
I did it, Judge. I did it.
You have Planet Man?
I got him all right. I got him tied up back in one of the cabins.
You didn't hurt him, did you?
Well, he's going to have a lump on his head for a couple of days, but otherwise he's all right.
I'm sorry you had to do that, Flats, but it was the only way.
Sure. If we can straighten him out, I know he won't mind. But I better go back and check him now.
Very well, Flats. But be careful. By the way, are you being followed?
I haven't even looked. There's nothing I can do about it if I am. Either I'll outrun them or they'll outrun me. If I get there, you'll know I made it, and if I don't, you'll know they caught me. Well, I better go back and look at Dantro now.
Goodbye, Flats.
So long. Now, let me go back and see how my buddy's doing.
Good.
Well, I see you're awake.
What's the meaning of this? Untie me at once. What do you think you're doing?
No sense trying to explain it to you now.
I demand an explanation. Untie me at once.
Look, save your breath. I ain't untying you. There's no sense in my talking to you.
If you don't obey me at once, you'll suffer the consequences.
Sure, I know. Now, you just relax there, and you're going to be all comfortable. I'll untie you when we get to Planaria Rex.
Planaria Rex? Why are you taking me there?
Oh, I just thought we'd drop in for a chat with a few of our old friends.
I told you once, Flats, that I do not find your humor amusing. I'll give you one more chance. Untie me now, and we'll go back to Mars, and I'll try to forget what's happened.
You'll try to forget what's well, that's darn decent of you, Dantro. But, you know, I'm afraid I just won't be able to take you up on that offer. You see, I got a date with a certain Judge Augustus, and I just don't want to disappoint him.
You fool. You're meddling in things much bigger than you'll ever understand with your puny mind. Untie me, I say. Untie me, do you hear? Untie me at once, you'll suffer beyond imagination.
No. Don't get yourself all worked up, Dantro. You're just going to wear yourself out. Well, there's enough rope on you right now to hold an elephant. You may be strong, but you're not going to bust out of that. So you just might as well make up your mind to save your energy. I'll untie you when we get to Planaria Rex and not before. Now, why don't you go on to sleep or something? You're making me nervous. I guess I better go on back up forward and check the controls. So long.
Come back here. Come back here at once and release me. Slats! Slats, I warn you.
Flat seems to have the situation well in hand for the moment. What will Dantro's actions be when he reaches Planaria Rex? Can the scientists on Planaria Rex do anything about Dantro's mental state? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro the Planet Man fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. You will remember Slats had tricked Dantro, made him a prisoner aboard the Cosmos, and headed back for Planaria Rex. Judge Augustus hoped that his scientists would be able to overcome the effects of Marston's hypno-ray control and release Dantro's mind to aid them in the fearful struggle that lay ahead. Marston, with the knowledge Dantro had unwillingly given him, knows how to operate the dimension warper, with which he can control the solar system. Slats is about to land at Planaria Rex.
Hello, Slats aboard the Cosmos, calling Control Tower, Planaria Rex.
This is Control Tower. Are you coming in for a landing?
This ain't a social call. Am I clear?
You're clear. Land at once in Area 5.
Judge Augustus there?
He is awaiting your landing. Proceed at once.
Here we go, Dantro.
Listen, Slats. Don't go down. Take me back to Marston. It will be well worth your while. You'll be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. I can't explain, but take me back to Mars.
Look, don't bother me now. I got to concentrate on landing this can. If you don't keep quiet, I'll take you back in that cabin and put your gag on you.
You're making a mistake, Slats, one you'll regret.
I'll just have to take my chances. Now, you keep quiet.
Slats, is everything all right?
Sure, Judge. Everything's just rosy.
Where's Dantro?
Back on the ship? Well, I see you brought your boys along.
Yes, we'll take charge now. He's inside, men. Be as gentle as you can. You'd better go along, Doctor. He might hurt himself. Perhaps you better give him an injection and knock him out.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe you better put something on that lump on his head. I guess I hit him a little harder than I meant to. Well, what do you do now, Judge?
You and I had better get back to my office at League headquarters.
You're the boss. What's going to happen to Dantro?
I was talking to one of our top psychiatrists. He certainly can erase the effects of the hypno-ray. The medical men will take over now, Slats. There's nothing we can do but wait and hope. Come on, let's go.
I'm right with you.
You told me to report to you, Marston, when that Slats reached Planaria Rex, and they just landed.
That is very interesting, Qual.
Don't you want to go and look?
No, I have not the time to waste now.
But I think you'd better come and see what's happening. They're going to try to regain control of Planet Man's mind. Well, I'll continue to watch the Planet Man.
No, do not waste your time or mine any further. Forget about it.
But, Marston...
I said forget him. Do you hear?
Yes, Marston. I shall obey your orders.
Come in.
Hi, Judge.
Oh, Slats, come in. Come in.
I wondered what's happening. Did you hear anything from the medicos about Dantro?
I had a report just a moment ago, Slats. They're giving him a treatment which they hope will counteract the effects of the hypno-ray. They'll know in a minute now, as soon as he regains consciousness.
Gosh, this suspense is awful. I like that guy an awful lot. I hope they can do the trick. He certainly hasn't been himself since Marston got hold of him. Still can't figure why he let us get away.
He probably didn't care about either of you anymore.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I can figure. He could have wiped us out at any time he wanted with that dimension warper. In fact, he could do it right now.
That's right, Slats, he could. Have no doubt about it. The power of that machine is beyond belief.
Yeah, why doesn't he do it? Not knowing what he's up to is worse than hearing a whole sad story.
I have a hunch we'll hear from Marston soon now.
Yeah. Have you sent anyone to Mars? Maybe they could blast him before he makes any more trouble.
No, Slats. That would only be sending men to slaughter. Marston knows how to operate the dimension warper. If he's been able to control those men from where he is, he must also have the spy ray.
Hey, I never thought of that. You think he's watching us now?
We must assume he is, Slats.
That's a happy thought. It gives me the creeps. Listen, Marston, if you're snooping, you better knock it off. I don't like peeping toms, especially when they're 12 million miles away. You hear me, Marston? I'm sorry. I guess that's pretty silly. Oh, I hate that guy. You don't know what it felt like to watch what he was doing to Dantro and not be able to stop him.
Fortunate that you didn't try, Slats. Chances are he would have gotten you, too, and then we would have never known the truth or gotten Dantro back to Planaria Rex.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Judge. Do you really think that Dantro will be able to do any more than we can? I mean, he's a smart guy, and he's a brave one, but there's just so much one man can do. You don't have a machine like that dimension warper, do you?
No, Slats. Nothing we have even comes close.
Hey, what's that?
Well, that's the signal for the interplanetary communicator. But I don't understand it. It's a closed channel. It can only be operated from here.
Interplanetary communicator. That's the thing that you use to broadcast to all the peoples of the League, isn't it?
That's right. We seldom use it, but I better see what's going on.
Well, don't you have to turn it on?
No, the signal activates the system. You see, it's going now.
Holy smokes, look. It's Marston.
Marston on the interplanetary communicator. What can that mean? And what will Judge Augustus do about it? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Slats and Judge Augustus, they were about to listen to Marston on the interplanetary communicator, the exclusive communicatory device of the League of Planets. We find them now as they are ready to listen to Marston.
Sure, there he is. There's his ugly puss. Oh, boy, how I'd like to get my hands around that vulture's neck.
Trying to speak.
Peoples of the solar system, this is Marston speaking. Marston, your new master. Listen to my words and heed them well. From now on, I will be the law. My words, my wishes, my orders will transcend your own government. Some of you may question that power, so I have decided to show you what I can do. Show you what will happen if you do not heed my words. In 1 hour, watch the third moon of Jupiter. In 1 hour, Marston will show you once what it will mean to displease him. Then I will tell you my wishes. Remember, watch the third moon of Jupiter in 1 hour. Until then, Marston, your master, bids you wait.
Why, that big mouth. Who does he think he is? Did you hear him, Judge?
I heard him, Slats. I heard every word he said. Not only did I hear him, but so did every adult in the solar system.
Yeah. Say, how about checking on Planet Man? It's about time he came out from under that treatment they gave him, isn't it?
As a matter of fact, I should be hearing from him in a moment. Well, that must be the hospital now. Hello, Judge Augustus speaking. Yes? He will. Very well, we'll be right over.
What's up?
Dantro's regaining consciousness now. The doctor thinks it's best that you and I be there. They're not sure of the effect of the treatment. I think it will be safer if we're by his side. Let's go. We got here as quickly as we could, Doctor.
Oh, that's quite all right. He's not fully conscious. Gosh, he really looks as if he's been through the ringer.
Yes, the treatment we gave him was no easy one to take. The power of that ray must have been incredible.
You don't have to tell me, Doc. I was there, and it was awful. Marston said he'd control him or break him, and I was afraid for a moment it'd be the second.
Slats, he's opening his eyes.
Hi, Dantro. Remember me?
Slats. Where are we? What's happened? Judge Augustus, what are you doing on Mars?
I'm not on Mars. You're on Planaria Rex.
Planaria Rex? But I don't understand. How did I get back here? What happened to me?
Take it easy, Dantro. Take it easy. You had quite a time. You better rest. We'll explain everything to you later.
He's right, Planet Man. You've been under a strain that few men could withstand. Better get some rest now, or I won't be responsible for the consequences. Look, something's wrong, I know. How can I rest? Tell me, Judge. Tell me at once. What's this all about? I've got to know.
What shall I do, Doctor?
You better tell him. It's no good trying to make this one rest. I know from long experience he won't listen to me. He never did before.
Okay, Dantro. Look, Judge, let me fill in on the part about Mars.
I guess you'd better, Slats. You know the story best.
Right. Well, you see, Dantro, it was like this. We were checking up on all...
Have we heard from Marston? What's he up to?
Yeah, we heard from him all right. He was on the interplanetary communicator just a while back. He said he was running things now, and he talked some gibberish about watching the third moon of Jupiter in about an hour. It must be about that hour now, Judge.
Just 5 minutes short of it, Slats.
Hey, we better get back to your quarters. I want to see what that old vulture's up to.
Wait, I'll get dressed and go along.
Look, there's old prune face.
People of the solar system, this is your master, Marston. I promised to show you a sample of my power. Now I am ready. In a moment, your screens will frame the third moon of Jupiter. There. Now watch it. Watch it.
Hey, it's gone. It's disappeared. Is something wrong with the set?
No, the set's all right. Jupiter's third moon has disappeared. And it's all part of Marston's plan.
Marston has demonstrated his power. What can the League members do? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dan Troll, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dan Troll, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dan Troll, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. Marston, having forced the Planet Man to divulge the secrets of the Dimension Warper, has just delivered an ultimatum to the League of Planets. He has caused the third moon of Jupiter to disappear. Judge Augustus, Slats, and the Planet Man, recovered from the effects of the hypno-ray, are talking.
You think it's some kind of trick?
No, Slats, it's no trick. With the Dimension Warper under his control, Marston rules the solar system.
Why should he fool with the moons of Jupiter? Most of them are uninhabited.
What he can do with the moons of Jupiter, Slats, he can do with any planet or moon in the solar system. He was just giving a demonstration of his power.
What's he going to do with it? Where is it now?
Well, I think you'll find out in a moment, Slats.
I'll bet that's Marston now.
Peoples of the solar system, watch and you will see the conclusive proof of Marston's power. On the screen of your communicator now is the sun. Watch it. See what happens to Jupiter's third moon.
What's he up to now?
Just watch, Slats, and you'll see.
Yeah, that's the sun, all right. Hey, what's that? Look at the way it's flaring up there.
That burst of fire you just saw was all that's left of the third moon of Jupiter. Nothing remains now but flaming gas. Now you know what will happen to any planet, any moon, any segment of the solar system that dares to defy the desires of Marston. I, Marston, will be your ruler from now on. My word will be your command. My agents in the League of Planets will make themselves known to you. Their commands will be obeyed, for their commands will be mine. Any disobedience will be punished. Marston alone knows the road to triumph and glory, and now the solar system shall follow Marston. Remember and obey.
Boy, listen to that big mouth dance. I'd love to flatten his nose.
I know how you feel, Slats, but anger will get us nowhere.
Come with me.
Well, where are we going, Judge Augustus?
Come on. You'll find out.
Where are we going, Judge?
Just follow me, Slats, and don't ask any questions.
Yeah. Hey, look, what's this all about?
I can tell you now, Slats. I'm sorry I had to be so mysterious before. But we know Marston has the spy ray, and I was afraid that anything I said would be overheard.
But won't Marston be able to spy here, too, sir?
Yeah, how about that, Judge?
No, Dentro. Fortunately, our scientists discovered a way of shielding an area against the spy ray. There wasn't time enough to guard more than this one room. But here we're safe from Marston's prying eyes.
Okay, so we're safe from his prying eyes. That still doesn't give us any answer. What are we going to do, just sit here and feel sorry for each other?
Just take it easy for a minute, Slats. I'm sure Judge Augustus has a reason for bringing us here.
Marston, come here at once.
What is the matter this time, Qual? What are you worrying about now?
Either something's gone wrong with the spy ray or they found some way on Planaria Rex of blocking it.
What are you talking about?
See for yourself.
See? Well, there's nothing to see. The screen is blank.
That's just it, Marston. I've been watching Planet Man and Judge Augustus and that Earth Man. I'm sure they're up to something. I could see and hear them perfectly, and now I can get nothing on the spy ray.
Well, I have told you before not to bother me with these stupid details. Even if you are right, and they have discovered some way of shielding themselves against the spy ray, what difference does it make? It's too late now for Judge Augustus or any of those fools to do anything. They're caught in the web of Marston's power, and if they don't know it yet, they'll find out soon enough. Come with me, Qual.
Yes, Marston.
What's this all about, Judge? Have you got some trick up your sleeve?
I hope so, Slats. I'm not sure, but it's the only chance we have. Sandro has probably forgotten, but for several years now, one of our most important projects here in Planaria Rex has been an attempt to develop the astral drive.
Astral drive? What's that?
Be patient, Slats, and you'll find out.
Oh, excuse me, Judge. You go ahead.
It's all right, Slats. I know it doesn't mean much unless you know the story. It boils down to this. We've known for many years that there was a limitation on the speed which could be obtained by any object in normal space. And our scientists have been doing research with an attempt to develop a drive which would enable ships to operate in hyperspace.
Sounds like some kind of disease.
Oh, actually it's a dimensional question. It operates in the same fashion that machine Marston has control of works. In any event, the experiments were successful.
You mean that we actually have developed an astral drive?
That's right, then.
Hey, look, this is all over my head. What does it mean in just simple language?
It means, Slats, that the stars themselves are within our reach. We no longer are limited to the solar system. With the astral drive, we can reach any star in the universe.
Maybe I'm a wet blanket, but I still don't get it. So we can reach any star in the universe. Well, how does that help us with Marston running the solar system? We can run away from him, but that's not exactly what I thought you had in mind.
What does Judge Augustus have in mind? And if his plan is workable, will it be too late to stop Marston? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Judge Augustus, he was trying to explain to Danto and Slats the working of the new astral drive and how it might be used to stop Marston's bid to conquer the solar system.
Maybe I'm just sick, Judge, but I still don't get it. Maybe the fact that we can go to any star is important, but I can't see how that helps us against Marston.
I hate to seem dense, Judge, but I don't understand what you're getting at either.
I'm not trying to be secretive. It's just that I've forgotten that you and Slats have been away from Planaria Rex for a while. The astral drive is just part of what I want to tell you about. As you know, we've had another project underway. Some of our top scientists and archaeologists have been trying to decipher the writings of the ancient race.
You mean the guys who left all those machines back on Mars? I thought they were dead.
So did we, Slats. But we found out differently.
You mean you've deciphered their writing?
Some of it. Enough of it to know that the race did not become extinct.
Would somebody mind telling me what this is all about?
In good time, Slats. Just be patient. It all adds up.
Adds up to what?
Just this, Slats. The race that evolved the machines that Marston controlled did not die out. They only left the solar system.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, Dantro. We haven't gotten the whole answer yet, but what we've been able to figure out so far points to just that.
Wait a minute. I think I begin to get it. If the astral drive will take us to another star system, and if the guys who work out the machines that Marston controls are there, then all we have to do is find them and get them to tell us how to stop the dimension warp.
Exactly, Slats. I hate to give you an assignment with so little information.
Well, there's no other recourse, Judge Augustus. We'll just have to take the chance. Are you, with me, Slats?
You know better than that, Danto.
Yes?
Judge Augustus,
This is Judge Augustus speaking.
Marston has been trying to reach you on the interplanetary communicator. He demands that you contact him at once.
I'll be right there.
Why don't you just ignore him?
There's no point in angering Marston unnecessarily, Slats. You might as well accept the fact that he's running things for the moment. You better see what he wants. Meanwhile, you and Danto better start thinking about the matter we just discussed. You've a tough schedule ahead of you.
This is Marston calling Judge Augustus. Are you there, Judge?
I'm here, Marston. What do you want?
Move over where I can see you, Judge. That's better. I've waited many years for this pleasure.
What do you want, Marston?
Don't rush me, Judge. You're in no position to give orders now. Remember who's the master.
I know too well, Marston. What is it you want?
I'll make you crawl yet, Judge. I haven't decided what I want, but I just wanted to tell you that when I make up my mind, you will be the first to know.
I'm honored by your attention.
Go ahead. Be sarcastic, Judge. I don't mind. I can afford to be generous. When I'm ready, you'll beg me for mercy. Right now, it suits my plans best to have you cooperate.
I'd sooner die than cooperate with you, Marston.
That's the kind of fool you are, but your bravery doesn't impress me. You may care little for your own life, but the lives of your friends and the survival of the solar system means more to you than life itself. You're one of those idealistic fools.
I'm still waiting to find out what you want.
Don't be impatient, Judge. You'll find out soon enough what my orders will be. Meanwhile, I've decided that I will clear them through you, and that you shall have the responsibility of seeing that they are obeyed. For the moment, I want you to be sure that no hand is raised against me, and that no attempt is made to threaten or interfere with my emissaries on the planet. For every attempt to obstruct my will, I will hold you personally responsible. If one of my followers is harmed, 10 of your friends will die. If I'm attacked, I shall wreak my vengeance upon a planet. Yes, Judge, from now on, you shall be the voice of Marston.
You'll forgive me, Marston, if I fail to express enthusiasm.
Express anything you like, Judge Augustus, but you'll do as I say, and you had better not forget it.
Will Judge Augustus try to trick Marston? We'll be back in a moment, but first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dan Troll, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dan Troll, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dan Troll, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. You will remember that Judge Augustus, forced to accept Marston's orders, had just revealed to Planet Man and Slats a faint hope of a way out. The scientists on Planaria Rex have developed the astral drive, with which a spaceship can travel to other star systems. They have also discovered that the ancient race which developed the dimension warper had moved to some other system. Slats and Danto are discussing this startling information.
I hope you know what this is all about, Danto. It sure is a mystery to me.
Well, I'm afraid I can't shed much light on it, Slats. All I know is what you know. Judge Augustus hopes we'll be able to find a civilization that developed the machine Marston's gained control of.
Actually, how much chance do you think we got? I mean, with so many stars, and each star with so many planets, it's strictly hit or miss.
Well, from what Judge Augustus said, Slats, they've narrowed it down somewhat. Well, let's not kid ourselves. It's still pretty much of a gamble.
There's another thing we haven't thought about.
Oh, what's that?
Even if we find this race, how do we know they'll help us?
You're right, Slats. We don't know. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. Right now, our biggest problem is to find it.
Yeah. Wonder what's keeping Judge Augustus.
I'm sure he'll get here as soon as he can, Slats. Meanwhile, we better get ready. Once we start to move, there'll be no time to lose.
boy, this is some ship.
Watch it, Splat.
Hey, you're right. I'm sorry. Try to remember. A friend might be listening.
Come on. Let's go somewhere where we can talk.
Oh, hurry up. I got a million questions.
Follow me. In here.
All right.
We can talk now. This cabin is shielded from the spy ray, too.
Oh, boy, this is really some ship. It beats anything I've ever seen.
You're not exaggerating, Splat. It's years ahead of the old Planeteer.
Maybe I missed something, but it doesn't seem to be carrying much by way of weapons.
You're right, Flat. If we had more time, we might possibly give it heavier weapons, but if our guess is right, and you find the ancient race, any weapons you have would be useless against them. In the thousands of years that have passed since they migrated from Mars, they probably developed beyond our wildest dreams.
That's all very well, Judge, but suppose we encounter hostile races.
There's nothing we can do about it, Dantron.
What did Marston want, Judge?
It was nothing, really. Just couldn't resist the opportunity to throw his weight around.
Sounds just like him. Well, Judge, when do we take off?
Sooner the better, Dantro. I don't think Marston suspects what we're up to. If he finds out before you leave, he'll destroy the ship and Planaria Rex with it.
We must know we're up to something in this shielded room.
He probably doesn't care at this point. If I know Marston, he's so swelled up with his own importance, he can't imagine anyone being in a position to fight against him.
Nevertheless, there's no sense wasting time. When can you be ready to leave?
At once. How about you, Splat?
Just say the word.
Tell you, Marston, you're making a mistake. You better get Planet Man and his friend out of the way. They're up to some trouble.
You're a regular old woman, Qual. You just don't realize that Marston is all-powerful now. I had nothing to fear from the blundering attempt of 1,000 planet men.
Remember, Marston, it was Planet Man who thwarted your plans before.
Be careful, Qual. You push me too far. I'll not be reminded of that episode.
Don't be angry with me, Marston. I mean no harm. I was worrying only about your safety.
Well, then stop worrying. I will do the thinking. You have merely to obey my orders without question. I'll get South, the regent of Mars, on the communicator. It's about time they prepared suitable quarters on Mars for the ruler of the solar system.
We all set, Dantro? Do you know how to operate this buggy?
Well, it's not very different from the Planeteer, but we'd better not talk about it now. Now, here we are. You sitting there next to the duplicate controls while I check the tower.
Okay. Hey, by the way, what's the name of this job?
It's called the Alpha. Hello, this is the Planet Man calling Control Tower, and we take off.
Whenever you're ready, Planet Man.
We're ready now. Here we go, Splat.
There they go. The fate of the solar system depends upon their success. If only I could read the future and know what the outcome of their mission would be. It might make it easier to live under the yoke of Marston's insane rule. Oh, well. I better get back and report to His Majesty before he starts making trouble. Good luck, Dantro.
Dancer and Splats are off to try and find the ancient race. Will they find it? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Dancer and Splats, they had just left Planaria Rex on the new ship Alpha, powered by the fantastic Astral Drive. They hoped to find an ancient race with whose help they might thwart Marston's evil plans. We find Danto and Splats as they speed on their way.
Hey, what's the score, Danto? So far, this doesn't seem any different to me than from any other spaceship.
Watch what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. When do we do you know what?
Now, Splat. The controls are set. All we have to do is pull this lever.
So I strap myself down?
No, just as tight. Here goes.
That was the strangest thing I've ever been through. Felt like I'd been turned inside out and then right side in again.
That's just about what it amounted to, Slats. We penetrated another dimension.
Where are we?
Nowhere.
Hey, now look, quit ribbing me. I may be stupid, but I ain't that dumb.
I'm not kidding you, Slats. Actually, we're between dimensions. This drive operates through folds in space. We're actually between one place and another.
Yeah, well, you better not explain it to me. I'm busy enough as I am. Can you tell me now where we're headed?
We're headed for Alpha Centauri.
Look, how long do we stay in this, what did you call it, this space warp thing?
The astral drive is set automatically, Slat. It'll cut out by itself when we attain a proximity to Alpha Centauri.
Well, there's no sense sitting around worrying about it. I'm going back to fix us something to eat.
Well, now that you mention it, I'm pretty hungry.
Well, where are you?
Right here, Marston. I've just been checking with Sart to see that your headquarters here on Mars have been prepared. They've refurnished your old palace, and it's completely staffed with servants ready to serve you whenever you desire to move in.
Forget it. I've changed my mind.
But you're not going to stay here, Marston? These cabins are hardly appropriate for the master of the solar system.
No, but I've got a better idea. Get Judge Augustus on the communicator.
Very well, Marston. Hello? This is Marston calling Judge Augustus on Planaria Rex.
What do you want?
That's no way to talk to Marston. Shall I teach him a little respect, Marston?
I'll worry about that, Quell. Move aside. Judge Augustus, I've decided to make my headquarters on Planaria Rex. See that the entire League of Planets headquarters building is prepared for my arrival. Clear everyone out of it at once.
Yes, Martin.
Cut the machine off, Quell.
Do you think it's wise to leave the cabin?
Dare you question my judgment, Quell?
But what about these machines? Without them, you'll be powerless.
The machines will go with us, Quell. I've already arranged with Sart to supply the necessary equipment and manpower to load them aboard a ship. We and our machines will be transported to Planaria Rex. It's time I receive the homage that is due me. Besides, I want to see Judge Augustus crawl. It's not quite as enjoyable when I see only his image on a screen. Sart's men will be here immediately. You'd better start preparing.
Yes, Marston.
Hey, this is really a weird deal, Dantro. Have you looked out the port?
Yes, Slat.
Nothing out there but black. No stars, nothing.
Better sit down, Slat. The drive may cut out any moment. You might hurt yourself.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be right there. Oh! Who's this? Dantro, what's happening?
Slat, you all right?
Hey, what happened to you? Who hit me?
Nobody hit you, Slats. It's just that the drive cut out. You got dizzy and fell.
Let me up now. Where are we at?
See for yourself.
Huh? Oh, I don't see nothing very startling. Just a lot of stars.
Well, it isn't startling unless you know your astronomy.
Well, astronomy and me were never even on speaking terms. What do you mean?
Look around. You see any familiar constellation?
Stop being so mysterious. I wouldn't know one from the other.
We are where we were headed for, Slats. That star is Alpha Centauri. Our own system is millions of light years behind us.
What do we do now?
Now our search only begins. We've got our job laid out for us, Slats. Out there are 1,000 suns and 10,000 worlds. On one of them, we have to find the race that left the solar system long ago.
What are we waiting for?
That's a good question, Slats. Where shall we begin?
How about heading for Alpha Centauri itself?
It's as good a beginning as any. Here we go.
The hunt for the ancients is now on. Can Danto and Slat succeed? What will Marston do when he arrives at Planaria Rex? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man.
The Planet Man. Planet Man.
This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world.
whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro the Planet Man fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. Slats and Dantro, in their search for the ancient race whose machines had given Marston control of the solar system, had just reached the area of the galaxy near Alpha Centauri. Their one hope was to find the ancient race in time to enlist its help against Marston.
Wow, I don't think I'll ever get used to this astral drive. Say, is that Alpha Centauri?
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like the sun to me.
Well, it's really all it is. That's all its stars are. Our problem is to find out first if it has any planets and then check and see if any of them are inhabited.
Can't see anything at all.
Well, we'll use the detector. That will at least indicate the presence of anybody large enough worth considering.
Shall I cut it in?
If you don't mind.
Right.
Well, it looks as though we're lucky so far, Slat. You see the screen? It indicates that there are 4 large bodies in an orbit around Centauri.
What are we waiting for? Let's check them.
Won't be necessary to check them all.
How do you know that?
One of them is obviously not solid matter. Life in the universe could exist in many different environments, Slat. But there are certain fundamental things it needs. And a ball of gas is almost certain to be lifeless.
Well, how about the other 3?
Well, we can't tell from here. I'll cut in the solar drive and we'll move into the closest one.
Be there soon?
In a few moments now. We'll get a signal on the automatic radar ranger.
Our solar drive's a lot easier to take than that astral drive. How come you don't use it?
Well, it's only good for tremendous distances, Slats. There's impractical for use over the distances between these planets. That's why we call it the astral drive.
There it is up ahead. How close are we going to come to it?
Oh, a million miles should be close enough. From there, our instruments should pick up any signs of habitation. Oh, we're close enough now.
Can I help?
No, the instruments are automatic. All I have to do now is to activate them.
I don't see any dials or anything.
No, we'll read the answer on that tape from the Celestivac calculator. Oh, here it comes now.
What does it say?
I guess we can rule that planet out. It's completely barren of any signs of life at all.
I don't get it. What kind of instruments could register anything from this distance?
Well, to put it in simple terms, Slats, the master calculator integrates all space evidence and gives us the final conclusion on tape. That's what I have here. And the indication is definitely negative.
Boy, that's quite a gadget. It gives you the answer just like that, huh?
Well, it's not always the answer you hope for. You didn't really think that the first planet we try would be the one we wanted, did you?
No, I guess you're right, but I was kind of hoping. After all, when I think of Marston running things back in the solar system, it makes me awful impatient.
I don't blame you, Slats. I don't want to waste a minute myself, but unless we can find allies against him that are sufficiently powerful, there's no point in going back.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm with you all the way.
Well, we better try another planet.
You're running this clam bake. Let's go. Are we close enough, Dantro?
Yes, we'll give the machine a chance.
What's the score?
Just a minute. Well, it looks like we're in a little better luck this time.
What does it show?
Not yes, not no. The machine indicates that this planet could support life in some form, and there are evidences of sufficient radioactivity to warrant our taking a closer look.
Oh?
We'll use the space radar, and it will indicate the confirmation of the surface of the planet. If there are any large cities, it will show up there.
I can see the planet on the radar screen, but I can't tell anything from that.
No, you're right, Slats.
Well, let's head to the next planet.
Not so fast, Slats. We still can't be sure.
But you said that the radar would show if there are any large cities.
Sure, and there aren't any. But that doesn't prove the planet's uninhabited.
Yeah, but even if it's inhabited and they don't have any large cities, they couldn't be very advanced scientifically.
Well, we can be certain of that, Slats. You remember the dusters on Venus?
Yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten. Well, what do we do now?
We move in closer where we can really see the surface of the planet. We may be able to tell more from that.
Hey, something just occurred to me.
What's the matter?
Suppose it is an advanced planet. They might take a shot at it.
I don't understand.
Well, if they're really as advanced as we're looking for, they probably know we're here, even if we may not be aware of them. They don't know who we are, and maybe they don't want to take chances.
Well, there's no sense worrying about that, Slat. Whether we want to take chances or not, we have to. Are you scared?
Cut it out. You know me better than that. Let's go.
Dancho and Slats really have a search job ahead of them. Will this body they are now investigating turn out to be the one they are seeking? We'll be back in a moment. So level up. When we left Dancho and Slats, they were trying to find the ancient race which they believe to exist in the outer world of the stars. Unknown to them, they are being watched by two members of this race, whose names are San and Tor.
What are you watching for, Tor? I've been observing that ship near the second planet of that star. I've been watching them too. What are they? Do you know? Yes, I've entered their minds enough to know. They're searching for the ancient race that passed this way many cycles ago. They'll not find them there, nor for that matter, in this sector of the galaxy. No, but they must seek them out. What do they want? They want our help, son. Their planetary system is in trouble, and they can't deal with the problem themselves. You're not going to help them, are you, Tor? I don't know. It would be amusing to enter into their petty squabbles. But our race agreed, since the time when our ancestors were forced to destroy a sector of the universe, that we would not meddle in the affairs of the planet dwellers unless great importance was involved. That is true. But we dwellers in space have a responsibility. We must also prevent the emergence of the forces of evil. For if we don't, eventually they may threaten our own existence. But how can you judge who is evil and who is good? We will watch them, and we will tell. Their actions will betray them if they are evil. Besides, I'm bored with watching the drama of the galaxy from a distance. Watch with me, and we'll decide together.
How come we're in so close to this planet?
I have a hunch, Slats, and I think we're going to have better luck this time.
Well, at least there's something to see. Looks to me like it's some kind of continents and oceans of some sort.
That's just what it is.
We gonna land?
Not until we check with our instruments.
All right, let's try it.
Right.
What's the dope?
Well, it's a little different from our kind of world, but still the instruments indicate some very positive factors.
You mean it's inhabited?
Well, I would say from the tape that there's definitely life of some sort, and fairly advanced life at that. We'll move in about 100 miles from the surface. Perhaps we'll be able to tell more from a close-up.
Look at that, Tor. They're approaching the surface of the third planet. They'll find no help there. To them, it will be a world of impossible cold, with people who know less than they do. It seems a shame they must spend so much time searching for something they can never find. That does not make their search fruitless. There are other races that can help them, but not this one, son. They must find that out for themselves.
The whole surface of the planet is like it's coated with silver.
It's an immensely cold world. The surface temperatures are probably 100 degrees below anything we can imagine.
Can't be anything alive down there. It'd be frozen solid.
Life as we know it might be, Slats, but there's definitely some life where the instruments would indicate a negative response.
We going in then?
No, not right now at any rate. We'll just head for the closest sun. Perhaps we'll have better luck there.
You mean we're going to have to use that astral drive again?
Unless you want to spend 1,000 years aboard this ship.
Thanks, that's all I need. Well, go ahead.
Right. Here we go.
searching on a hunch is a pretty trying operation, especially when it involves millions of miles of space and the destiny of the entire universe. Will Slats and Tantro be successful, or must they return empty-handed to Planaria Rex and face the fury of Marston? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. You will remember Dantro and Slats are far out in the galaxy, searching for the ancient race which left the solar system thousands of years before, in the hope this race would help the League of Planets defeat Marston. Thus far, their search has been in vain. Although unknown to them, they are being observed by two dwellers in space, beings of pure force and intelligence who have the power to intervene, but are waiting to see whether Slats and Dantro deserve their aid. Our friends from the solar system have just approached a double star and are seeking its planets.
Well, Dantro, which one of these planets do we hit first?
We'll start closest to the suns and work our way out, Slats. We're almost there now.
That double sun is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it's not as rare as you think, Slats. There are many binary double stars in our galaxy. Usually they're like this, one of them large and one of them comparatively small.
Have you checked it with the instrument yet?
Yes, I did that while you were back fixing lunch.
The indication must have been somewhat positive, or we wouldn't be going in closer.
Oh, it's positive, all right. I'm going to skip the intermediate inspection and move in about 100 miles from its surface.
You make it sound so simple. Hey, what's going on? Are we running into something?
Look at the radar grid, Slats.
Holy smokes, how did that happen?
I don't know, but something's moving in on us. At least we know one thing. There's life in this system, and it's advanced enough to have spaceships. There are about 10 of them coming in on us now.
What do we do? Shall I move over to the weapons control panel?
You better, but don't do anything until I give the signal.
You think there's going to be a fight?
I don't know. I hope not. Certainly it's the last thing we want. But we'd better be ready just in case.
They're coming in pretty close.
I'll try and contact them on the space communicator. Hello, this is Dantro, Planaria Rex. We come in peace. Hello, this is Dantro, Planaria Rex. We come in peace.
No answer. Do you think they speak our language?
No, I don't expect them to understand me. But at least if they have communicators, they'll pick up our signal and perhaps indicate that fact in some way.
Well, at least they didn't shoot first and ask questions afterward.
Well, that's just it, Slats. That's the thing I'm encouraged by. They certainly have us outnumbered.
Hey, look. One of them's coming in closer, flashing some kind of signal.
You know what it looks like, Slats?
You think maybe that's a truce flag?
It must be. If they were looking for trouble, they wouldn't bother to send the ship in like that.
Gosh, he's coming in awful close. Certainly is a strange-looking ship. It's almost round.
It's egg-shaped, actually. Look, now they've stopped. We'll do the same.
Wait a minute, I've got an idea. Maybe we ought to blink back at him. At least there'll be some kind of acknowledgement.
That's a good idea, Slats. You want to take care of it?
Sure. Just for the heck of it, I think I'll say hello in good old Earth code. Hey, look, they're answering me. They're saying hello, too. They must understand it.
Well, I don't think that's it, Slats. It's probably just a way of acknowledging the message. They're probably just sending back what they received.
They're turning around, moving away from us. Now they're blinking from the stern. Now they're stopping again. Hey, what's going on?
I think they want us to follow them. Let's try and find out if that's what they want.
Yeah, I think you've hit it, Dantro. Hey, look, they're staying right ahead of us.
Yes, the other ships are moving right along, too.
Where are they taking us?
We're headed for that first planet.
Well, we want it investigated. Looks like we're going to, whether we like it or not.
See, Tor, they've encountered another race.
Yes, but it will not help them. That race knows no more than they. Their science will provide them with none of the answers they seek. Son, why do you bother with such unimportant matters?
Nothing in the universe is unimportant, Tor. Our responsibility is to see that evil does not triumph. These creatures may seem petty to you and to me, but to themselves they are important.
You mean to help them, then?
I did not say that. Perhaps they'll be able to help themselves. In any case, we must see what they do. Determine first if they need our help, and if they are deserving of it.
But you know their minds. Have you not read their thoughts?
Yes, I've read their thoughts, Tor, but they tell me only their intentions. I've lived a long time in space and seen too much of life in many forms to judge on that basis. We must watch what they do and how they act, and then we shall know.
It seems a pity to make them wait, but I suppose we have no choice. We must be certain that they deserve our help.
That's our law, and we must obey it. Perhaps they will not need us, but we must wait and be certain before we act.
Sun and Tor still seem bent on not helping our two friends. What is this new contact which Dantro and Slats have made? Where are they headed? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Dantro and Slats, they had made contact with a strange group of stellar ships in their search for the ancient race. We find them now as they are following this fleet to some unknown spot.
We're certainly getting awful close, Dantro. There's something strange about that planet, isn't there?
Well, if you call heat strange, then it's strange, all right, Slats.
You mean you really think all those ships came from that hot spot?
We'll find out quickly enough. See, that ship we're following is heading for that range of mountains.
Anyhow, it's not just a molten mass. It looks to me like some kind of rock.
Well, it's solid enough, but whether it's rock or not, I wouldn't venture to guess. At least not the kind of rock we're used to. Any rock in our system would be a mass of lava in that heat.
Hey, now you mention it, I'm beginning to sweat.
Oh, that's just your imagination, Slats. This ship can take a lot more heat than the surface temperature of this planet. Otherwise, we could never survive as long as we have.
Yeah, maybe the ship can, but we can't.
Don't worry, I have no intention of leaving our ship.
Oh, that doesn't make much sense to me, but I guess you know what you're doing.
I wish I were certain myself.
Hey, gee, they've landed. We gonna land too?
Look up and you'll see that we haven't got much choice.
Gosh, look, those other 9 ships are right up there above us. They aren't taking any chances.
No, I'm afraid we're taking the chances, Slats, but it's the only way we'll ever find anything out. Here we go.
Look at that temperature gauge. I'm glad this ship's insulated. It registers 2,000 degrees. Hey, what are you thinking about?
I think we ought to open our outer port so that if they send anybody to board us, they can.
What about the heat?
The lock is insulated and refrigerated, too. That's not the problem.
Oh, I get it. Once we get them aboard, we're kind of at their mercy.
Just about, Slats. What do you say? Shall we try it or not?
If you say it, that's good enough for me. We're in this together, and you know a lot more than I do. I've gone this far with you, and I'm not going to back out on you now.
Thanks for your confidence, Slats. I hope it's not misplaced. Here goes.
Yeah. That does it. Are you coming aboard now?
Yeah, looks like it. Coming alongside the port in a tank. And it's hooking on. Check the video screen.
Right. I forgot we could see what was in the lock. Holy smoke. Looks like a barrel or something.
It's probably a spacesuit.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's a sense that whatever's inside it isn't human. That suit's about 3 feet wide and 2 feet high. Looks just like a barrel. It isn't old Mr. 5x5 himself. Let's call him Barrel, huh? Hey, what do we do now?
There's only one thing we can do, Slats. We've gone this far, and we'll have to go all the way. Open the inner door of the lock.
See, I told you he looked like a barrel. What's it doing now?
He's carrying a chart of some kind. What? It's a star map of some sort.
Gosh, it lights up.
Well, that's the system we're in now. There's the double sun you were talking about. Here, Slats, help me rig our chart on this projector, and we'll throw the picture on the screen.
Yeah.
Now I'll point out where we come from.
Yeah. Hey, look, Dantro. He's making some more adjustments on that chart of his now.
Look. You see what he's got lit up now? That's our solar system, isn't it?
Boy, maybe we're getting somewhere. I sure hope so. I haven't forgotten that Marston for a minute.
Dantro and Slats seem to have struck some semblance of luck. What are these new creatures they've just contacted? Can they really help our friends? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. You'll remember that Planet Man and Slats, surrounded by a mysterious fleet of spaceships, were forced to land on a planet in the constellation of Alpha Centauri. One of the crew of the strange ship boarded Dantro's ship, the Alpha, and is attempting to communicate with our friends from the League of Planets.
Boy, this is really a weird-looking character. He's shaped just like a barrel. How can he tell what's going on?
I'm not sure, Slats, but he must have some sensory equipment that's either telepathic or works like our radar.
What's he doing on that star chart now?
Well, he's changing it to show another part of the galaxy. Wait, I'll take a good look at it.
Hey, look. He's pointing at the chart and at it himself. That must be where he comes from.
I believe you're right, Slats. It's the constellation we call Libra.
Okay, so now he knows where we're from, we know where he's from. What happens next?
He seems to be indicating for us to stay here.
That's great. Where's he going?
Back to his ship.
We just supposed to cool our heels until he returns? Is that it?
Well, I'd hardly call the surface of this planet a place to cool your heels, but that's the general idea.
I wouldn't mind it so very much if I didn't keep thinking about Pat and Professor Darrow and everybody back in our solar system. I'll bet you Marston is making everything pretty miserable.
Where have you been, Judge Augustus?
I came as quickly as I could, Marston.
I've been waiting here for 10 minutes. You're taking advantage of my good nature, Judge Augustus. I thought that you had learned that Marston's will is not to be thwarted.
But I've done everything you have asked. Now what do you want?
Don't pretend. You know very well why I sent for you. It's about the trouble on Ganymede.
But I've already told you we're trying to find out who was responsible for the assassination of your emissary. I assure you the League of Planets was not behind it. We've been trying our utmost to see that the people obey your commands. I'm not a fool. I know you have the power to destroy any part of the solar system or all of it. And I would not tolerate an action which endangered so many billions of lives.
You talk very convincingly, Judge. But I know you too well to trust you. You'll never believe that Marston has the good of the solar system at heart.
What I believe does not matter. Now, you made the safety of the planets my responsibility. And I swear to you I'm doing all I can to see that no incidents occur. The assassination of your man on Ganymede was unfortunate. But surely you can't hold me responsible for anything anybody does in the entire solar system.
That's just it, Judge Augustus. I do hold you responsible, you and your henchmen. I have given orders to have 100 citizens of Ganymede executed at once.
But they are innocent. This was the work of one man, I tell you.
If they are innocent, so much the better. We'll teach whoever was responsible a lesson. It will teach them they cannot lift a finger against Marston without having their own people suffer. I have given the order for the execution to take place at 03 hours tomorrow. You see that the interplanetary communicator screens carry it to every corner of the solar system. Perhaps that way your people will learn once and for all that Marston will lead them to glory or destroy them if they resist his will.
Where the dickens is that barrel carrying?
I think he's returning now. Yes, there's the signal to open the inner door of the space lock.
Yeah, I'll open it. There. You were right. Here comes Barrel now. Hey, look. He's got some kind of gadget with him. Wonder what it is.
Certainly is a peculiar-looking device. See, it has several wires trailing from it that look like caps of some kind.
They are caps. He wants us to put them on.
Come on.
Well, you're not going to do it.
Come on now, Slats. Don't be selfish. I thought you were in a hurry to get going.
I am, but I like to pick out my own millinery.
Remember, Slats, we haven't much choice.
Okay, I was going to do it anyway. I was just letting off a little steam. Hey, this fits pretty well.
Slats, you realize what's happening?
No.
Just listen.
Welcome, representative of the League of Planets. We of the constellation Libra are glad to be the first of our race to contact you.
Listen, Danto, will you listen to that? That thing's actually talking.
It's not the machine that's talking, Slats. It's your friend Barrel.
We couldn't hear him or understand him until he brought in this machine.
I don't understand how it works, Slat, but apparently it translates languages instantaneously. He's actually speaking to us in his tongue. But with the help of this machine, his words become understandable to us.
And he should be able to understand what we say.
We'll find out. Greetings from the League of Planets. We come as friends.
Our mission is friendly, too. What do you seek?
My people are threatened by a member of our own race who has gained a power we cannot combat. Our system is at his mercy, and we seek allies to aid us to regain control of our planet. What is your mission in this part of the galaxy?
Our sun is dying, and our planet is becoming uninhabitable for our race. We seek a new planet where our people may live. We are on an exploratory expedition, and we have been hunting for many cycles.
Are none of the planets in this system suitable for your people?
No, none will do. We must search further.
And so ask him about the ancient race.
You speak of an ancient race. Our people, too, have legends of the existence of such a race. Is that whom you seek?
It sure is. Do you know where they are?
No. They passed through our constellation many, many cycles ago. We only know that they come by the ruins of their civilization they left behind.
Gosh, that's great. They're in the same boat as we are.
Dantro and Slats have found a friend, a mechanical friend. Will he be able to help in the search for the ancient race? We'll be back in a moment, so level up. When we left Dantro and Slats, they were conversing with their newfound mechanical friend. As we find them now, they are aboard the stellar ship Alpha on the constellation Libra, discussing the problem of finding the ancient race.
If you seek the ancient race, I am afraid we can give you little aid. However, our expedition will continue, and should we encounter that people, we will try to let you know.
How could you contact us? Do you have communications powerful enough to reach across the solar system?
I'll remain with you if you agree to it. I have the power to contact my own people anywhere in the galaxy, and they can reach me. For it is our hope that you may, in your search, find a planet that can support our people.
But I don't know whether we have suitable quarters for you. Our ship is built only to support our form of life. How long could you live under our conditions?
I'm afraid you don't understand. I'm not alive in the sense that you mean it. You see, I'm a robot.
A robot? You mean one of those mechanical walkie-talkies?
Only part of the basis of my construction is mechanical, Earthman. Actually, there is a combination of chemistry and electronics that make me exist. I need no food. I draw energy from almost any substance that can be found in the universe. Will it be inconvenient for me to remain with you?
What do you think, Slats?
I don't know what to say. I never shared quarters with Mechanical Man before. Do you think it's safe?
I think we ought to take Barrel along.
You will find me useful in many ways. I've been built specifically as an aid in exploring unknown planets. With the help of the transcoder here, I can understand and communicate with any form of life. My body is capable of surviving under any conceivable condition. There are many ways in which I can probably be of help.
All right. Prepare to get underway. Barrel is with us. Every minute we lose is a moment in Marston's favor.
Judge Augustus, where are those reports from Venus I asked for? Judge Augustus, inform the members of the League to prepare for a complete inventory of resources.
Judge Augustus!
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 Judge Augustus! Judge Augustus!
You want me to handle the controls?
No, I'll do it, Slats. Here goes.
Hey, what's wrong? We aren't moving.
I don't know, Slats. I'll try again.
That's great. That's all we needed. Don't tell me the ship's gone haywire. What are we going to do now?
I'm almost certain there's nothing wrong with the ship. But if you'll give me a hand, I'll go through with the manual check. Perhaps there's something the alarm system hasn't indicated. Slats, I have an idea. It seems a little unbelievable, even to me.
Whether it's unbelievable or not, let's have it.
Something is holding us on this planet. Something or someone outside the ship.
Can there be something holding Alpha? If so, what can it be? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man.